Hey guys, what's up? I'm on my Frost Mage right now, and I don't think I've ever made a video on this guy before, so I'm going to do one. I'm going to pretty much be going over the rotation. I'm not actually 90 right now, but I'm just going to be going over the rotation. I don't think I'm actually going to be going into a random, but to those people that want to know how to play a Frost Mage, I'm not going to go into gemming or anything like that. Pretty much you want to go for haste and make sure you're hit capped and everything. I'm not actually 90 on this guy, so you probably don't want to expect. You're not going to expect good DPS, like a 90 DPS. It's pretty much. Actually, I might get into a random at some point during this video. We'll see. So pretty much for AOE encounters, you're gonna want to be using Flame Strike. You want to be applying Nether Tempest to your target, and you're going to be wanting to use Arcane Explosion as a filler spell. Does quite a bit of damage, and it's just nice to spam a lot. Of course, you're going to be using Frozen Orb as well in AoE encounters. You're going to be using Frozen Orb as much as possible, since it does a lot of damage, and gives you ice lands. So let's I'm going to go over the DPS rotation for single target. So I'm not going to be using any of my uh, buffs or anything. Well, I'm going to be using these buffs, but I'm not going to be popping any cooldowns. So going to want to do apply Nether Tempest, use Frostbolt 3 times to get the debuff, and use Ice Lance and Frost Firebolt when they proc. And you're going to want to recast Nether Tempest whenever it goes off your target. And for an AoE encounter or a single target encounter, you're going to be using Frozen Orb as well. I'm not trying to go for high DPS, I'm just kind of trying to explain it. So use these when they proc. Make sure Nether Tempest is always on your target. Make sure you always have 3 debuffs of Frostbolt. It makes your abilities do more damage. And if it's an AoE encounter, you're going to be wanting to use Flame Strike on your targets and pop the Frozen Orb up so that you get a lot of Ice Lance procs. Don't use Ice Lance without a procking. It doesn't do a lot of damage, and yeah. For glyphs, I would definitely suggest getting this glyph. This is probably the best glyph for a Frost Mage. It's extremely important whenever there is more than one um, more than one enemy in an encounter. I like this glyph too. It's best for movement fights. And your elemental is going to be doing a little bit of your DPS. It's not like a huge portion of it, but it's going to be doing a little bit of DPS for you. So you're going to make sure that it can shoot while moving, and has a little bit more health, so you don't have to keep on summoning it, because it does die pretty quick. I also go for armors, just for the defensive effect, and so I can cast it a little bit quicker. I don't really think there's anything else that's that worth it. Mana Gem, a lot of people might suggest Mana Gem. I don't use Mana Gem personally, since I never need mana as a Frost Mage. I never run out. I don't really think there's anything else that's really worth it. Oh yeah, maybe Arcane Explosion. Except I don't have this glyph since I'm on a pretty low populated server. Because of what Blizzard did with microtransactions, where it costs a lot less to transfer servers, which really killed this server. Yeah, I definitely use these 3. Of course, minor glyphs. For mages, they don't really do a lot. I would suggest momentum. It's kind of a nice glyph. It's not required though. Doesn't give you any DPS or anything. None of these do. So maybe we'll be able to get into a dungeon at some point. I might want to pause it I don't think there's really. Oh, I guess I can go over the so the things that you're gonna want to pop. You're gonna want to make sure Frost Armor is on for the haste buff, which is really important for Frost DPS, and always want Arcane Brilliance for the crit strike and the increased spell power. You're gonna want to be using Frozen Orb as much as possible. Make sure Flame Strike's up for AoE fights. Popping Mirror Image whenever possible, as well as Icy Veins. They're both on 3-minute cooldown, so they should be on cooldown and up pretty much at the same time. If you ever do find yourself getting low mana, you can pop a mana gem if you really need it. Usually for Frost Mages you don't really need anything like that. You don't seem to run out of mana very easily at all. And of course I'm an orc. I chose orc for the increased pet damage. I'm not sure if this works for a mage. I'm not sure if it affects the water elemental at all. But I just did just in case, and the spell power is pretty nice too. Troll mages might be a little bit better because they have a haste buff instead of a spell power buff. But this just makes me do more damage. It doesn't make my spells, cast any faster. When you get into a dungeon, you might want to put down your refreshment table and shit like that, just to help out players. So I think I'm going to pause this. I don't use Deep Freeze at all. That's more of a PvP spell. I don't know what other abilities that I really need to talk about. I did choose Nether Tempest instead of Frozen Orb and the Firebomb. It does a lot of damage, and not really sure why I chose it. I just like it. I went on Noxic.com and it told me to choose this, so I was okay. Might be more of a situational spell actually. And when I hit 90, I'm gonna go for probably Invocation. Unless it's like a really high damage encounter, then I go for Incanter's Ward. So, okay, so I don't think I need to pause it. Okay. Cool. Nice, I've not done this one yet. Yeah, see, Mage table. Of course, I don't use them. Don't need them. So hopefully this will be a fairly quick run. I'm just gonna tell you my rotation and stuff. So just keep applying Frostbolt, make sure they have the 3, and I'm not getting really lucky with procs right now, unfortunately. That's a little annoying. Okay, so I'm gonna use Frozen Orb for this one and Flame Strike. Ah, great. Moving around. That's not nice. Okay. So just use Ice Lance as much as possible. And with that glyph, it does a lot more DPS. Well, it adds a lot more damage. But don't really be expecting too much DPS from this, since I'm kind of a noob at the rotation actually. And that tank just ran out of my AoE. So that's a little unfortunate. Oh well. Always want to make sure Flame Strike is up. If you want to, you can go in Arcane Explosion if there is enough targets, and you might want to grab the Glyph for that as well. I personally just continue the main target, or single target, sorry, rotation. Unless I really need to, like the targets that are dying too fast, I can just pop an Arcane Explosion. Spam the fuck out. Okay, this tank isn't picking them up. Thank you. So I do a lot more DPS for AoE, so totally gonna see a huge drop in DPS when you go for single target. Since Flame Strike and Frozen Orb really do a lot of DPS. Of course, the more you do this, the more you're gonna get the hang of it, so you're gonna see nice buff in your DPS when you get the hang of it. I haven't quite gotten the hang of it yet, in my opinion. It's a lot of Ice Lances from Frozen Orb. It's really going to increase your DPS when you use it on high, like, amount of enemy fights. And of course, you're going to see better DPS. My gear isn't that good. Kind of hiding it with Transmog, but it's not that great. As well, it's pretty hard to do DPS when you are talking. It kind of makes me focus on talking instead of doing decent DPS. It's a little annoying. Just makes it a little tougher to actually pull good DPS. Holy shit, that 100 is raping. Except he has really good gear. Frozen Orb is definitely gonna pop a lot of Ice Lances, so be aware of that. And that is not nice at all. I always want to keep Nether Tempest up. If it drops off, you're gonna see a nice decrease in DPS. And that's not nice, actually. So, just remember to keep it up. Okay. Didn't even have to go through that magnetic field thing. Okay. Sorry, I had to skip a little bit. Oh, when the heal, I guess it's AFK. And for some reason the Death Knight really wants to pull those guys. So okay, I'll just help out. Whoa, where the hell do these guys come from? Huh. It's a little weird, never seen that before. But okay. Okay, so this up ahead is a little bit annoying for tanks. Yeah, you're just gonna walk right through them. Why is she pulling? No, I don't know. But whatever. Yeah, these guys stun tanks, and might want to back off a little bit on the DPS for this, because this is kind of hard when it's kind of hard for the tanks to get aggro when they're stunned. God, I hate when hunters have taunts on their pets. And it's like, oh, it's just decreasing damage for the tank. And it's actually really annoying because when we have one less target attacking us, that means we're not getting enough attack power for vengeance to hold aggro on the other things. So it's just gonna be a huge annoyance. Oh, that's annoying. That's really annoying. It's gonna, yeah. As an arcane mage, I mean, as a frost mage, we really rely on haste. Lots and lots of haste. It's probably our most important ability, our most important stat when we're hit capped. I mean, you might want to go up and say that you need the items because some tanks just jump down and skip all those guys. So that's not nice. Usually as a tank I ask if anyone needs the items. Is there anything here? No. Okay, so I think I need one more item. Damn, I missed. I think I'm almost hit capped. I've been reforging a lot for hit. Okay. Last item is over here, just in case you were wondering. What? Okay. Okay. So first off, you're gonna want to kill the Ironhide over here. Or get stunned by this guy. Or not. Pwned. No idea how I didn't get stunned by that guy. But whatever. Of course I'm getting affected by that fucking... Okay, never mind. Gonna pop a few cooldowns. I'll just pop them all. YOLO. They might be on. You might be back on by the time we get to the last boss. So again, just make sure you have 3 stacks of Frostbolt. Get those up first. They are really important for your DPS. Because they make your other abilities do more damage. Okay. Let's see what drops from there. Okay. So I don't think I'm actually going to be getting any loot from this one, but I get a lot of, I get some stuff from quest items, which is nice. I might get something from the last boss, but oh, it doesn't really matter. Since I'm going to be running this a lot, from 87 to 90. And yeah, this is a really annoying elevator. Okay, well, watch how quickly it goes. Yeah, you have to be pretty quick to get off. And to get on. So I'll just pause it, I guess, for my group to get back up. Okay, here we go. So almost at the last boss, luckily. Ooh. Ah. Jeez. That sucks. Oh, there's something I just found out actually. You can heal your pet with your Frostbolt. I can't believe I just figured that out. It's like, that's nice. In case you didn't know that. Which you probably did. It's just kind of a dumbass moment. I mean, I love that frozen orb ability. It's really nice. I wish I could cast one moving though. I just like blazing speed. I don't know why I don't choose icy flows or ice flows. Okay, so this you're gonna want to stack for this pull. Alright, let's see where the tank tanks this guy. I don't know if this is a valid spot to tank this guy at. Usually you tank him at the back. And I don't know, he might be doing that now. Yeah, I think he is. Okay, cool. Okay, don't reset him though, because he can reset if you go too far back. We might see that happen in this video. As proof. Okay. Accidentally let those 3 stacks go off. There was really not much I could do. This pop cooldowns. Wow, I'm getting really unlucky. Okay. So you just completely spammed Frostbolt and I'm still at pretty damn good mana. Gonna pop Ice Barrier. Oh shit. Goodbye Ice Barrier. Okay. So yeah. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. I really need that. Anyways, thank you guys for watching and see you next video. Not sure actually when I'm going to be doing next video. We'll see. We'll see. It's a surprise, I guess. Well, it's not going to be a surprise, but I'm not actually sure when I'm going to be doing next video. Maybe another Warlock video. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.